period. So Yadava history can be studied with the help of lot of inscriptions, and with it can also be reconstructed with the help of literature. Lot of poetic materials are available. Wonderful Kannada literature and Sanskrit literature is available for this period. That also speaks about the history of Yadavas. Vasanta Vilasa, Kritika Kaumudi, Hamiramada Mardana. So these writings are available, and then accounts of foreign travelers are also available for the study of Yadavas of Devagiri. Okay. Then another unique source that is available for this period, about which I want to mention here, take this opportunity and mention, is about Veerakal or Veerakal or Kal, okay, G or K, Veerakal. Veerakal means memorial stone. We have talked about it before, but we are just giving more details here. It is a memorial commemorative stone. Okay, so the South Indian rulers, this Peninsula India rulers, had this habit of appreciating the sacrifice that has been made by the common soldiers during battles. Okay, so whenever there was a battle or cattle raid or any kind of wars and skirmishes, there were a lot of local people and soldiers who sacrificed their life in that battle. So how to remember their sacrifice? So a memorial stone, okay, used to be created. So that memorial stone only is referred as Veerakal. So as a student of history, if you are moving across village to village and you come across 50 or 100 Veerakal, okay, with inscription about details of what happened or who the person is, who is his grandfather or grandson, or what did he sacrifice for the people. So then you can note down those information and you can recollect history. Okay. So when they talk about a battle between Cholas or Chalukyas, then you know that this particular battle took place on this period of time, right? So a lot of collaborative information comes during this period. Okay. So that way we can easily understand the importance of the Veerakal. Okay, so it has cultural significance because they write the deity name, the god name. They also talk about coins. They also glorify some of the culture. So that way, the Veerakal it tells a lot about cultural history, religious history, political history. It talks about individual, unknown people, subaltern times. So that subaltern history records, Veerakal play a very important role. Okay, so it talks about the sacrifice that has been made by unknown people in history. Otherwise, we will be always talking about rulers and the ruling family. Okay, Ryan has added a point to this by saying Virakal is also about the matrias who has sacrificed their life for the people, right? So that way, stone dedicated to matria. So this is an important source for the Hoysala period as well. So there are a lot of research work has been done on this. This is one such Virakal. You are imagining symmetry stone, right? But this is a Virakal. It's a hero stone with old Kannada inscription. Okay, so they are portraying the incident using sculptures. What is the incident that has happened at the time? What type of sacrifice that person has given for a battlefront? Okay, so that way there are a lot of interesting information that can be traced using this. So this is the 1263 period Virakal during the Yadava ruler Ramachandra. Okay, so and this has been found in Beligavi temple. Okay, so it gives a lot of cultural information as well. There is one Shiva, so Shaiva worship was there. You have a lot of musicians. What is happening here? So they will be telling you which historical event is narrated through this fight that is happening in this story. So this is a scene of war, right? So You will come to know about the information about this Virakal, not just from the inscription, but also from the sculptures that are portrayed during that period. So Hero stone is another important source for the study of Hoysala dynasty and Yadava dynasty. Then these are some of the coins that are found during that period. So what is study of coins called as? What is study of coins called as? Numismatics. So numismatics resources are also available. And I'm sure people can read this. What is written here? What is written here? What is the script used to write Hindi? What is the script used to write Hindi? Devanagari script. Same Devanagari script only is used here. So what alphabet is this? Dhana, Deva. So they are talking about the Deva. So they are talking about Deva. So they are talking about Yadavas of Devagiri, Singana Deva's coin. Okay, so this is a coin of Singana Deva, second. Okay, so it's a silver coin. There is a lion on one side that is obverse, and then there is a legend, Sri Singha or Sri Deva on the other side. So on the reverse, this is obverse, this is reverse, front and the back. So you have a lion on obverse, you have a legend, that means writing on the reverse. So through this coinage also we are able to get some information about Yadavas of Devagiri, right? So what are the sources for studying about Yadavas? We have inscriptions, we have numismatics, we have Virakal, we also have literature to study about Yadavas of Devagiri, right? Then what about origin of Yadava? So we have always been talking about how there is a mythological origin as well as a real origin, right? So the Yadava records say that they are from Dwaraka region, the capital of the Yadu Vamsha. So they belong to Yadu Vamsha, Yadu descent, and then that is their original homeland. So they belong to Dwaraka region. They belong, Dwaraka is Krishna, no? So Yadu Vamsha is the story of Krishna. So they are talking about how they are descendants of descendants of God Krishna. So they say they are Yadu Vamsha people. So that is what Yadava records are trying to claim, that they belong to Yadu Vamsha. Then they also talk about how the inscriptions say that they belong to Vishnu Vamshodbhava. So they are all descendants of Vishnu. So in some of the Yadava inscriptions, they say that they belong to Vishnu Vamshodbhava, because Krishna belongs to Vaishnava tradition. No, then Billama 3 talks about Yadava Narayan. So they are calling that they are son of Yadu, Yadavas. So Bilama's inscription talk about Yadava Narayan. Then Himandri, Chandravamshi Kshatriya. Himandri is talking about, in his writings, they are saying he belongs to Chandravamshi. Chandra means moon, no? Yadavas are saying they are descendants of Chandra, moon, and they belong to a caste called as Kshatriya caste. So they are descendants of Chandra. Then Saint Jnaneshwar is talking about how Yadava kings are all Chandravamshis. So they are not Suryavamshi, they are Chandravamshi. They are descendants of moon, right? So Yadu descent. Yadu descent, they belong to the family of Yayati or Yadava, or they say they belong to Dwaraka region. They are the descendants of Krishna. They are descendants of Vishnu. They are talking about how they are Kshatriya or they are Chandravamshi. Then the historians, this is a historians. Bhandarkar, Vaidya, Altekar are all historians who are talking about an ancient Maratha family which related itself to Yadavas of Mathura after gaining prominence. So they are telling that probably the Yadava dynasties could have been one of the descendants of the people who lived in Maratha or the Mathura region, and then later period they are claiming to be Chandravamshi or the descendants of moon goddess here. Okay, so that's all some of the stories which are relating to the origin of Yadava dynasty. So we have enough of information to talk about the Yadavas. Then historians Bhandarkar and Vaidya are also saying they are Maratha Kshatriyas who belong to Maharashtra. So now the question is whether they are Maharashtrians or Kannadigas. First of all, whether they are god descendant or human descendant is the first argument. So in that we have two arguments. One is Vishnu, another one is moon. Some of them are telling they are moon. Some of them are telling they are from Krishna story or Vishnu descendant. So this is mythological. So that part you can understand. Then second is geographical, whether they belong to North India, South India, Maharashtra or Karnataka. Right. So in that line of stories, historians Bhandarkar and Vaidyas are saying these Yadavas originally belong to the Maratha Kshatriya family. That means they belong to Maharashtra region. From there only they might have moved towards South India. Okay. Then there is an inscription that is dated to 1169, which talks about founder of Yadavas who had moved to Chandra Adityapur in Dakshinapat from Kathiawar region. So Gujarat, Kathiawar region, from there they had moved to Dakshinapat, that is towards the South India. So from Gujarat they have moved to South India through what? Maharashtra only. So that way this inscription is saying the founder of Yadavas had moved from far away Gujarat region towards South India. Then Himadri and Jaina writings talk about before reaching Dakshinapat, the Yadavas might have gone to Mathura and Dwarak. So everywhere they have gone to. Okay, so before reaching South India, the Yadavas might have gone to Mathura and Dwaraka also. That is why one of the Yadava ruler is saying that he belonged to Dwaraka region. Okay, then Yadava inscriptions calls them Dwaravati Purvadishwar. Okay, so Dwaravati Purvadishwar means what? The leader came from Dwaraka region. Okay, so some of the Yadava region repeatedly tells about the Krishna story of Dwaraka. Then Karnataka historian P.B. Desai says without any doubt the Yadavas belong to Kannada Desa, Karnataka only. Yadavas belong to Kannada Desa or Karnataka. Children, you will be asked to write origin, a note on origin or homeland of Yadavas. So we are presenting before you various theories of homeland. Okay. Seuna dynasty. So Yadava dynasty is another name is Seuna dynasty. So Seuna dynasty says they are from the Yadava clan. That is why this dynasty itself is referred as Yadavas of Devagiri. That is one historical interpretation. The correct name of the dynasty is Seyuna only. Okay. Then the inscriptions of this dynasty, that is the Hoysalas, then the future Kakatiyas, Western Chalukyas, all of them, the contemporary rulers, refer to the Yadavas as Seyuna only, and the second ruler was Seyuna Chandra. So Yadava's original name is Seyuna, and the second ruler of the Yadava dynasty is Seyuna Chandra. That is what the Kakatiyas and Western Chalukyas are telling. Around 500 inscriptions have been discovered for this dynasty, and the Kannada is the most common language used in this inscription. Why are they not writing in Gujarati or not writing in Sanskrit language or Maharashtrian language, Marathi language? So that is the question they are silently asking us. More than 500 inscriptions have been found, out of which Kannada is the most used language in this inscription, followed by Sanskrit. So probably their origin is Kannada Desa only. That is what P.B. Desai is telling us. Then, of the inscriptions found in the present day Karnataka, the oldest inscription belongs to Billamma, and that is written in Kannada language. The oldest is Billamma's inscription. It is written in Kannada language and Kannada script. Okay, so why should the origin of the founder of the dynasty write in a foreign language, which is Kannada? He would have written in his mother tongue, native language only. So the founders belong to Kannada Desa. That is the argument. But the future rulers, we also saw an inscription. No, it was written in Devanagari script. So that means the word can be Kannada word, but the script they are using is Devanagari script. That is why too much of confusion that you are saying. Okay, so older inscriptions are written in Kannada language, attest to the fact that the ruling family should have been part of Karnataka only. They will not have come from outside. Okay, then they have typical Kannada names and Kannada titles like Dadiyappa, Billamma, Rajugi, Vadugi, Vasugi, Kaliyaballala. So these typical Kannada names also tell us something, that they are natives of Karnataka, not outsider. Okay, so kings like Simhana or Singana, Mallugi, okay, they are all used by Kalyana rulers as well, who are also rulers of Karnataka. So what are the arguments? Number one, whether they are Krishna, Vishnu descent. Number two, moon descent. Number three, whether they are from Maharashtra region, or they are from Karnataka region, or from Gujarat region. So if you have one argument each with two interpretation, 3 into 2, 6 points you should know to write about this argument. Okay, any question? Ask me now.